Most people say that there's a science behind everything. But one way or another, there are just some things that our human minds can't quite comprehend. In this video, we're gonna be seeing the most mind-boggling discoveries that we can't help but be amazed at. Welcome to our channel. This is Squidfield, and you're in for the 15 most bizarre discoveries that science can't explain. Fasten your seatbelts.
I need you to take your seat. The fasten seatbelt sign is on.
And prepare to be baffled by one discovery after another. Wait until you see the story of a 250-foot ghost ship that recently docked itself on the shores of Ireland with no signs of life in the vessel. It is kind of freaky to find no reason why they should be there in the first place. Like the entire Egyptian city of HERACLEION, also known by the name Thonis, 30 feet below the Mediterranean Sea. A French archaeologist discovered the underwater city in the year 2000, and since then, people have been calling it ancient Egypt's gateway to the Mediterranean. Divers discovered an entire fleet of ships on the seafloor along with the various artifacts they discovered, such as the numerous pieces of artworks, statues, coins, and a lot of other interesting finds. Buried under layers of sand and submerged underwater, nobody really knows how the city got to that state or how it was drowned. Another curious thing scientists have found underwater is the mysterious Lake Michigan Stonehenge. Archaeologists got more than they bargained for when they found the mysterious Stonehenge in the waters of Lake Michigan while searching for shipwrecks. They discovered the boulder with a prehistoric carving of a mastodon, as well as a series of stones arranged in a Stonehenge-like manner. Scientists weren't able to figure out where it originated, who made it, or what it was for. You think that's unusual? Wait until the last one. It'll blow your minds. Isn't it exciting and at the same time terrifying to know that there are a lot more things out there that no one can fully explain? Like the city of ROCKWALL in Texas. The city was named after the archaeological landmark, the long, narrow rock wall which sits just below the city. The wall is so big that it surrounds the entire city perimeter, and not all of it has been excavated even though excavation began in 1852. Everyone in the city knows about it, but no one knows why and how it was there. Speaking of weird things underground, here's a more disturbing story. A team of Danish contractors in Sealand Island were replacing sewage pipes in 2007. While on the job, they dug up something they did not expect to find under a building that once belonged to a butcher. Imagine the workers' shock when they discovered that they had found a freaky skull. And not just any skull. It didn't appear to be human at all. And they couldn't compare it with an animal skull either. It was large and so oddly shaped that scientists couldn't determine who it might have belonged to. They only concluded that it was about 800 years old, but couldn't find out what species it belonged to. Moving on, let's talk about cars. Thousands of years ago, cars weren't really a thing yet. They weren't even invented until much long after, as in 1885 later. So how would a scientist be able to dig up a toy car from 5,000 years ago? A chariot-like toy, shaped just like a regular toy car, was found in Sogmotar, Turkey in the year 2017. The figure was made mostly of old earthenware. Based on its size, archaeologists concluded that it was some kind of toy that was used by kids in the olden days. It's easily believed to be the oldest toy car ever found. Another relic left behind by ancient civilizations is the Yonaguni complex, or better known as Japan's underwater pyramids. Located just below the waters of Yonaguni-jima, an island that lies near the southern tip of Japan's Ryukyu archipelago, about 75 miles off the eastern coast of Taiwan. A local driver first noticed the Yonaguni formations in 1986. Some experts believe that the structures could be all that's left of Mu, a fabled Pacific civilization rumored to have vanished beneath the waves. The Bimini Road is something else that has not quite vanished beneath the waves. It's some sort of underwater rock formation, sometimes called the Bimini Wall, and it's located in the Bahamas. Some believe it's a lost pathway to Atlantis made up of limestone rocks cut into rectangular shapes. Most of them appear to have been originally cut with right angles, though time underwater has weathered them into a rounded shape. Unsolved underwater mysteries seem to be a thing, because the next item on our list is the Baltic Sea anomaly. In 2011, a 200-foot diameter object shaped like the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars was found by Swedish explorer Peter Lindbergh and his Ocean X team. They were picking up a 40 megahertz strong signal from the object, and none of them seemed to know how or why this happened. Could this finally mean that UFOs exist? In the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy in October 2012, a halo-like object appeared around the sun. It was one of the rarest instances to ever happen, and until now, scientists still have no explanation for this phenomenon. Strange rings surrounded the sun, and an upside-down rainbow appeared as well. Scientists remark that they have never seen that many elements in a single occurrence of nature before. Nature has surely shown us some very weird things, and another example of this is the Maryland. Or also known as a Stewart's Giant, first noticed in 1998. It's named after the nearby city of Mari. The figure stands to be 1.7 miles long and covers an area of about 620 acres. It appears to be a geoglyph depicting an indigenous Australian man hunting with a boomerang or a stick. The origins of this glyph is unknown, and no one knows why it's there in the first place. Next up is the Codex Gigas, or more commonly known as the Devil's Bible. It's the largest medieval illuminated manuscript in the world with a length of 36 inches. It's controversially known as the Devil's Bible because of a very unusual full-page portrait of the devil on the 290th page, and the legend surrounding its creation. It dates back to the 13th century, and it is thought to be written by a Benedictine monk in his monastery in what is known to be the Czech Republic today. The illustrated manuscript was handwritten in an unknown writing system. The vellum on which it is written has been carbon dated to the early 15th century, and it may have been composed in Italy during the Italian Renaissance. No one really knows the history or purpose of this book, and no one can decipher what's written in it, since the author used an unknown language. The pictures on the manuscript don't seem to make any sense either. There are many other discoveries that continue to tickle our thinkers, such as the one from 1808, where some fossils were unearthed and were believed to belong to a unicorn, who became extinct 350,000 years ago. Scientists in the 19th century believed that unicorns had a single horn on their heads. According to a Russian zoologist, the creature was enormous, judging from the blood vessels on the base of the bones. Though it is unclear to us if these creatures did exist or not, the origin of the dug-up fossils are still unclear, so the chance of a unicorn existence is still out there. If you wanted to believe in unicorns, then you probably wondered about other unexplained creatures as well. In early 2015, a mysterious furry creature was washed up on an island in the east coast of Russia. It was 11 feet long and had bones protruding from its body. Its most prominent feature though looked like some sort of beak, but the carcass was heavily disfigured, ripped apart and covered in blood. Despite many theories, there hasn't really been any solid explanation on what kind of creature this was. How it ended up on the beach was also another big mystery. Now we give you the strangest and most recent unexplained discovery on our list. The reappearance of the MV ALTA. The 250-foot ghost ship disappeared in 2018 near the Bermuda Triangle en route from Greece to Haiti, and washed ashore on Southeast Ireland this 2020 with no sign of life on board of the cargo vessel. So how could a large ship with no crew on board travel from the Bahamas to Ireland? The ALTA drifted for almost 18 months in total during that time. It was battered by huge storms and shifted by strong currents and was only spotted once since 2018. In September 2018, the vessel's AIS data showed it at the port of Ceuta, a small Spanish enclave on the north coast of Africa, more than 2,000 kilometers from the Greek ports it was last recorded at. Since August 2015, it has been switching AIs on and off irregularly while making some really strange trips. What do you think happened to the MV Alta? Tell us in the comments. And that's all we have for you guys today. If you know about any more bizarre and unexplained discoveries, leave us a message down below. And while you're at it, mind giving us a thumbs up on the way to the comment section? If you liked this video, be sure to check out our other videos. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell and be one of the first to see what's up and trending. Until the next video!